Cristiano Ronaldo might be the most egotistical athlete on the planet. The hair gel, the abs, the smug walk-offs. He's a walking highlight reel with a god complex. And somehow, the more arrogant he gets, the more famous he becomes. You think that's an accident? It's not. Behind the perfect smile is one of the most carefully engineered personal brands in modern history. A machine so polished, it deflects legal scandals, dodges tax fraud, pushes crypto schemes, and still sells more jerseys than anyone else on the earth. You don't become the most followed man alive by being humble. You get there by selling a fantasy. And Cristiano Ronaldo, he sells it better than anyone, even Messi.
Let's be honest, Cristiano Ronaldo isn't famous just because he's good at football. But make no mistake, he is good. 5 Ballon d'Ors, multiple Champions League titles, and over 900 career goals. He's a generational talent. Maybe even the best striker we've ever seen. But that's not what made him a global icon. There are a lot of good players. Plenty of them score goals, but none of them flex, pose, and soak up attention quite like Ronaldo. That's the difference. He doesn't just play the game, he owns the spotlight. And from the very beginning, he figured out the cheat code. If people love you, great. If they hate you, even better. Because either way, they're watching. Every hair flick, every angry stare, every time he storms off the pitch because his coach subbed him out, that's not a tantrum. That's content. It's branding. And it works. The man has built an entire global empire off being the guy you either worship or can't stand. And the truth is, he doesn't care which one you choose. Because while you're debating whether or not he's arrogant, his name is trending, his Instagram is exploding, and his sponsors are cashing in. He throws shade at teammates, viral clip, refuses to shake hands, breaking news, glares into the camera like he's auditioning for a Marvel villain, front page. It's predictable, it's theatrical, and it's genius. Ronaldo doesn't become Ronaldo by being likable. He becomes a billion-dollar brand by being watchable. And in a world driven by clicks, likes, and controversy, that's all that matters. But arrogance is one thing. Throwing a tantrum on the pitch? Sure, we've seen that before. In 2009, Cristiano Ronaldo was accused of something that should have torched his career. A woman came forward claiming he assaulted her in a Las Vegas hotel room. Ronaldo denied it. But there was a reported $375,000 settlement, a confidentiality agreement, and a whole lot of silence. The media didn't pounce. Sponsors didn't flinch. His fans barely noticed. The story was buried faster than a bad Champions League exit. But then came 2018, and with it, the hashtag #MeToo movement. Suddenly, the case resurfaces, leaked documents, a reopened investigation. The kind of attention that had taken down billionaires, actors, and CEOs. But Ronaldo, he was built different. There was outrage, headlines, online debates, and yet, no suspension, no apology, no real consequences. While the world dissected leaked court files, Ronaldo kept doing what he always does, posting shirtless, scoring goals, and pretending nothing happened. But the truth didn't matter. Not when your image is a billion-dollar machine, co-signed by Nike, shielded by media training, and backed by millions of fans ready to deflect every accusation like an own goal. Ronaldo wasn't just surviving a scandal, he was thriving through it, turning controversy into momentum, again. Because when you're him, even the worst press is another opportunity. In 2022, Ronaldo returns to Manchester United. A homecoming 10 years in the making. Jerseys fly off the shelves. Social media explodes. The king is back. But behind the scenes, chaos. He's benched, subbed off, left out of big games. And there's one thing Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't do, it's sit quietly. So what does he do? He grabs Piers Morgan, because of course, it's Piers Morgan, and sets the world on fire. He drags the manager. He disses the coaches, the owners. Calls out the entire club on global TV like it's a roast special. It's bold, it's brutal, and it's classic Ronaldo. The result? Contract terminated. Headlines explode. It looks like the empire might finally be cracking. But within weeks, boom, a $200 million deal with Al Nasser in Saudi Arabia. Suddenly, he's the highest paid footballer in the world. You call that a meltdown? Ronaldo calls it a rebrand. It wasn't an accident. It was an exit strategy. A trust-fueled pivot into a new chapter, timed perfectly for maximum profit. Because when you're worth 9 figures and built for the spotlight, burning bridges isn't a mistake. It's marketing. Ronaldo doesn't just sell to brands. He sells to everyone, including you. The fans, the followers, the diehards who would buy his bottled air if they could. And in 2022, he did just that when he went full crypto, signed on a multi-year deal with Binance, a crypto exchange under investigation, fined hundreds of millions, and banned in multiple countries. Sounds sketchy. That's because it is. Then comes the NFT collection, animated Ronaldo kicking balls and striking poses, basically thirst traps with a blockchain receipt. And yet, they sell out fast. Some fans spend thousands on a JPEG and get rewarded with a signed jersey and a 5-minute Zoom call. Investment? Maybe. Flex? Definitely. But this isn't just about digital art. It's about Ronaldo's understanding. He knows that when he promotes something, people don't research. They click. They run. They buy. Hair clinics, wellness brands, sketchy supplements. If it fits the brand, it ships. Credibility is optional. What matters is that it goes viral. He's not just monetizing his legacy. He's turning his attention into currency. And when your influence is this strong, a bad product will always look good when it's branded with his abs. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't pull this off alone. The ego, the scandals, the crypto, they don't just vanish. We make them vanish. Ronaldo's brand isn't bulletproof because it's flawless. It's bulletproof because millions of people refuse to believe it can be flawed. Every time a story breaks, the playbook kicks in. He's being targeted. People are jealous. Fake news. And it works. Not because it's right, but because it's loud. To his fans, Ronaldo isn't just a footballer. He's a symbol of dominance, of discipline, of winning. So when you criticize him, they don't hear facts. They hear betrayal. They've bought into the fantasy, and now they protect it. Relentlessly, emotionally, like it's personal. That's why the brand keeps working. Not because it's honest, but because it's irresistible. We don't want the real Ronaldo. We want the highlight reel, the flex, the smirk, the shrug, the invincibility. And Ronaldo? He's figured it out. He doesn't need to explain himself, justify anything, or even clap back online. All he has to do is keep being Ronaldo. Because when the audience is disloyal, defending him isn't a task, it's a reflex. Cristiano Ronaldo's brand isn't just built on goals and trophies. It's built on comparison. And there's only one name that's been tied to his from the very beginning: Messi. Because while every great athlete has rivals, Ronaldo has Messi. And it's been the best thing to happen to his brand. This rivalry goes way beyond football. It's not just who scores more, it's who represents more. Messi's soft-spoken, 5'7", married to his childhood sweetheart, raising 3 kids, and avoiding the spotlight like it's Defender. He's the ultimate family man, the humble genius who just wants to play. Ronaldo, 6'2", abs always out, supermodel girlfriends, designer suits, flashy cars, viral poses. He is the spotlight. Messi doesn't speak unless he has to. Ronaldo makes sure there's a camera before he moves. And that contrast is not just convenient, it's strategic. Because every story needs a foil. And Messi is the perfect one. The humble magician versus the sculpted showman. The quiet man versus the flexing icon. It's a clash of values that's played out for decades and kept both names on top. That's why it doesn't matter who wins on the field. Because no matter what happens, Ronaldo always wins through attention. Messi lifts a trophy, Ronaldo posts an ad pic. One makes history, the other makes headlines. Because for Ronaldo, it's never been just about being the best. It's been about being the most watched. And having Messi on the other side of the screen, that's been the ultimate brand boost. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't hide his flaws, he flaunts them. He storms off. He starts drama. He signs shady sponsorships. And somehow, it only makes him more iconic. The scandals, they don't slow him down. He spins them into PR. He turns outrage into headlines, and headlines into paychecks. He doesn't just sell to brands, he sells to fans, and they defend him harder than any lawyer ever could. He doesn't need to respond. He just posts an ad pic, and the algorithm does the rest. And even when he's not winning, he's still winning. Because whether it's Messi lifting the trophy, or the media trying to cancel him, Ronaldo knows the truth. He doesn't need to be right. Doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs your attention. And as long as you're watching, Ronaldo wins.